See if Americans have.
There's still a lot.
Call the special council meeting in order for Monday, January 6 p.m. City clerk, you take the roll call, please.
Councilman Dodd,
Here.
Councilman Twitchell,
Here.
Councilman Phillips,
Present.
Councilwoman Renowski. Here. Councilwoman Sherman. Here. Councilman Sutter.
Here.
Councilwoman Cordes.
Here.
Councilwoman Brown.
Present.
There. Call this meeting to order. First item, the only item is resolution 1225. Resolution adopting administrative hearing procedures. Motion. So we have a first. Is there? Second. There's a second. Any discussion?
Yeah, I'd like to finish reading it.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think I've got it. Left. I have to be at work at 7:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And I don't think the rules should be changed or new rules put in. It's just like playing baseball. You don't change the rules in the middle of the game and you don't bring in new rules in the middle of the game. So I think if we need this, we do. But I think it's something that should be tabled until after all these proceedings that are already on the slate and on the docket is finalized. And then you can go through this but changing the rules in the middle of the game, I'm not good with that. So I put a motion out to table.
Well, we'll go ahead. We do have a motion and a second. I know you want some more time. We can hold the motion and the second and recess for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Give you time to read it.
5 minutes is plenty for me.
Is there
there a
any?
reason we didn't get this sooner than 7:40 today?
Mary, do you want to have any response?
Okay. Yes, I did not receive the administrative hearing procedures until, God, I want to say it was Friday. And this was a holiday weekend. I decided to take a little time off because I've been working a lot and I didn't get to review it. I redlined it, and which means I went through and made suggestions, and I got it back to the mayor Sunday. I want to say late Sunday morning. So that's all I can offer to that at this point. I didn't get it until Friday.
The meeting was called on Wednesday, so why didn't we get this at least Wednesday or Friday? I understand you took time off, but I wasn't given ample time with my legal counsel to get anything done. So, I mean, I feel like this was rushed out, and I'm like, Cassie, I didn't have time to read this today. I mean, I don't feel that's fair that we got it less than 12 hours before this meeting was had.
Well, and I'm going to respond, and even though I don't really think I have to, but the thing is this is an administrative hearing procedures. These procedures are generalized procedures. This is the second time that we have had some sort of impeachment action since I have been the attorney here in Louisiana. And we never really had any formalized procedures. We had a sheet of paper that listed, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. It was a one-page document that after reviewing it didn't feel to me as though that it was really going to provide the due process that the 14th Amendment of the Constitution requires, or the Missouri Constitution. So I wanted to make sure, along with the mayor, that every piece of information that needed to be put into place was put into place if this is going to be something that the city is going to do. And me, as the counsel for the city, believe that this is an appropriate document. It is not meant to hone in on anyone. It is a general document on how the city council and the hearing officer is to go through the process of impeachment or any contested hearing, not just impeachment, but if there was a contested hearing under the statutes, then this is what we would follow. And then if we didn't follow it, then the person being impeached or in a contested hearing would be able to, file appropriate documents to try to get an appeal. So this is actually a good thing for everyone. It's just like the Constitution of the United States. We have, search and seizures laws. We have laws that protect everyone. This is a document that provides guidance that everyone is to follow, whether it's the city or a person who is being impeached or under some other contested hearing. So I don't think it's a bad thing.
And shouldn't this have been done 3 years ago when Tiffany Ardno was impeached?
Well, I can't answer that question. I really can't.
Okay.
Any other discussion?
Yeah.
I got a couple questions.
Mary, under verdict options, specifically number 2, impeachment without removal. My understanding when we passed the resolution last time, we were passing an article of impeachment. I also understand from teaching American government for decades that impeachment and removal are 2 different things. So in reality, the council person has already been impeached. And essentially this is well, yeah, we passed resolution of an article of impeachment, right?
No, that
Well,
resolution should
Yeah.
fail.
But there must be a hearing.
Question is,
Our
and then I'll
hearing-
just- okay. My understanding is that impeachment and censure are 2 different things. Okay. Could we change the verdict option, number 2, remove the statement impeachment without removal and change that to censure without removal? Because a censure is essentially a letter of reprimand, is the way that I understand it in legislative procedure. An impeachment is the bringing of charges, and then the hearing is essentially a trial, quote unquote trial, or a hearing to ascertain whether there's enough there to impeach and remove. Impeachment, in my reading, implies removal, where censure doesn't imply removal. Could we change that?
We could. I will take a look at that.
I would be more comfortable with that.
Okay. And that's reasonable. That's why we're here tonight. We're trying to understand, what is the level, of what this council, this city of Louisiana council sitting at this time feels comfortable as far as how their administrative process works for this. And I can definitely look into that and provide you the pros and cons of both of that. And then we go from there.
Yeah, I would just feel more comfortable if that impeachment without removal would be changed to censure without removal.
Got it.
Really, in the reading I did today and trying to once again clarify my own mind, the difference between the 2, that seemed to be the big difference. Censure, you're not removed. Impeachment, you are removed.
Okay. I will be clear on that.
You just contradicted yourself, Councilman. I mean, she's already impeached. Right?
No, it passed the
I thought
resolution.
what you said.
No, I thought we passed that resolution on the article of impeachment.
Gotcha.
That's what I'm referring to, Carter.
Okay.
We passed that resolution on the article of impeachment, and this is to hear the evidence, whether we remove her or not remove her from office. And so that's what,
I get it.
You see what I'm saying now?
Yeah, I get it.
Well, this, isn't it a problem with the mayor being like the main person over our council, also being the hearing officer? There's no way somebody can be biased, especially in this council, with what all has went on in the last year. So having the mayor be our presiding hearing officer, and also could determine, the last thing he says, the hearing officer shall not participate in deliberation or vote, determined except as expressly authorized.
Yeah.
We, the mayor, I feel that the mayor being the officer, you know, get a mayor from a different town, hire a police officer out of a different town, let's get an attorney, but I don't think one of us being the hearing officer is quite fair.
Well, well, we've had a thought process about that, because we were concerned initially about that whole process. And the thing is that the hearing officer is there just purely to administer the administrative hearing procedures, okay? And to make certain rulings regarding evidence and things of that nature. The council members are the trier of fact, just like a jury, okay? So you are the trier of fact, and you are the ones that are going to listen to the evidence and make a decision. And that is what it boils down to. Now, if somehow during this process, if the person that is being impeached or in a contested case doesn't like what the hearing officer says, then they can take it up and they can appeal it and take it to a trial de novo and go from there. But the mayor, I believe, has the authority to do so, to be the hearing officer. He's not going to vote. He's not going to make any comment. Then that's just the way it is. There's going to be a third party that's going to represent the city, and it's not me. A third party to represent the city, so that and to tender evidence to the council. The hearing officer is there to maintain decorum and the following of the procedures. I am here as the city attorney to guide the council only as to the legal aspects of what they're doing. I am not an advocate for the city, nor am I an advocate for the person that is under the contested hearing. I hope that helps. I know it's very confusing, but it's complicated, unfortunately. I don't know.
Anything else, council?
What decides the quorum that night? Where does your quorum come in that night? Obviously, I'm going to be with my attorney. So is the other 7 people here the quorum, or is it based off of the 8 elected officials?
Councilwoman, is that in these administrative procedures?
It's
Is
right
it-
here under the conflicts of interest. I'm just asking. then
You're
what
asking about a
pertains to
quorum. You're asking about quorum.
So if somebody has to recuse themselves, are they still considered part of the quorum?
Well, the thing, and we've had a discussion about this, as a matter of fact, and I wasn't really to tender a ruling, a thought about that, but my first gut reaction is that, first of all, we don't have to have a quorum. We need to have a majority. And I think that's the way the law is written, because a quorum can't necessarily exist, because there could be people. Well, for example, let's say if the law said we needed a quorum, which it doesn't, then we would have to have X number of people in order just to hear the case. Well, if 3 or 4 of the people are unable to because of a conflict of interest, then we would never have a quorum, and we would never be able to hear a case like this. So what we do in these types of cases is that we determine, first of all, it's just like a jury. When you go to a jury trial, the council members are juries. You're the jury, essentially. First thing we do is we go through and find out who's biased, who cannot participate because they have a conflict, et cetera, et cetera. Once you pull those people out, then the pool that is left, which is your council members, will be the pool. And then it's the majority of the pool that is going to determine the outcome.
Anyone else?
Before we make a motion to approve this or not, I would like to make a motion to amend.
It's already, we do have a motion and a second on the table, maybe.
Okay, I can't propose it. All I want to do is change that impeachment without removal. Essentially,
You have to speak to your other council members and ask whoever to withdraw. Or
can I get whoever made the motion, could you withdraw it so I could propose the amendment?
who did the second?
Who did the motion? You withdraw? Okay,
Right,
great.
who did it?
Thank
Who
you.
did the second?
I never heard anything.
Okay.
So I don't-
Do you agree? Because you have to do it first. Okay.
Okay, so we've withdrawn that. Now I'd like to make a motion to amend section 7, verdict options, and change number 2 to read censure without removal. Change the wording from impeachment without removal, parentheses, censure, close parentheses, to censure without removal. I make a motion to do that.
You heard the motion. Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor, say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign. Entertain a motion for resolution 12-2025. That's first, is there a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, take the roll call, please.
Councilman Gott,
Yes.
Councilman Twitchell,
Yes.
Councilman Phillips,
Yes.
Councilman Malinowski. No. Councilman Sherman,
No,
Councilman Sudar,
Yes.
Councilwoman Cordes,
It's the same thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brown,
yes.
All right, resolution 12-2025. A resolution adopting administrative hearing procedures, whereas the city council and mayor are required to conduct administrative and quasi judicial hearings. And whereas such hearings must be conducted in accordance with due process. And whereas the city council finds it necessary to adopt uniform administrative hearing procedures. Now therefore be it resolved by the mayor and the city council of the city of Louisiana, Missouri. The city hereby adopts administrative hearing procedures attached as Exhibit A as amended to govern all administrative and quasi judicial hearings unless otherwise required by law. This resolution shall take effect immediately upon adoption, passed and approved this day, January 2026. Entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Any discussion? All in favor? All say yes.
Yes.
Opposed, like sign.
Parked on site. I gotta get lost.
It's fine.